today it's my surgery day. I mean, it's not surgery, it's just like an eyelid procedure. Last look of my unequal double eyelids. I'm doing it with Dr. Sam. Yeah, I'm very sleepy right now. The fold will always be parallel, so don't have to worry.
Hello everybody, it's Kelly, and I'm sure you guys have already seen my before and after of my double eyelids procedure, and I did it at Allure. It's at Wisma. I'm sure you guys have already been to Orchard before, so you all know where Wisma is. Let's get started with the Q&A. So I have like a few questions here, and I also asked you guys on Instagram and also TikTok. So let's go right into the questions. So firstly, how much does it cost? It costs about 4.5 to 5k for the non-incisional eyelid procedure. So non-incisional eyelids procedure is basically stitching your eyelids together to create that fold. I did not go for the cutting one, which is called incisional, because I'm afraid of the scars, and I think like I was preparing for a shoot. So within the next week, right, like I have to be ready for my shoot. So this took maybe like a week or two to heal properly. And yeah, I really like it. Like it really recovered quite well, and the swelling subsided really quickly. The doctor and the nurses were also very kind and generous to like help me with you know, like taking care of like my post procedure with like the cream, and then I think we also had like painkillers. Next question, is it painful? I don't think it's necessarily painful, because like I had local anesthesia here, so like it was numb. I couldn't really like feel any sense of like pain on my eyelids for I think throughout the whole procedure, and also like after getting it done, right, like I had like painkillers and stuff. It felt a little bit tight, but it wasn't painful, just swollen and tight and just a little bit like restricting, but it doesn't have like any pain on my eyes. From 1 to 10, I think 2. Honestly, like my pain tolerance is damn low. My threshold is super low, so like if 2, right, 2 is just because like it's just swollen. Yeah, that's all. I think LASIK more painful. Yeah, I got LASIK before. If you guys want more of the LASIK content, my experience, please comment down below. Is there side effects? Or I feel that like for GA, like general anesthesia, I've been through like 2 or 3 times already, because I had tonsillitis, and like I also did like womb surgery, like the endometriosis thing twice. So if you guys have any like surgery or illness treatment questions, you guys can also leave a comment down below, since here has been through a lot. But I know GA you can only do it like 2 to 3 times in your lifetime, because like that really like just it's like a tranquilizer for human beings, so you don't want to like overdose. Yeah, and then for like local anesthesia, right, it's just like localized area, like just numb that area. But I don't think there's a lot of like side effect for LA. Should be good. Anyways, I went to the procedure alone, and then my mom was like, oh, do you need anyone to accompany you? Then I was like, nah, it's okay. Then after, the nurses were so shocked that I went to the procedure alone, because like they thought someone would come and pick me up. I did not, and I was an independent woman. After the procedure, right, I was a bit high, not gonna lie. And then after that, I munched on all the biscuits the nurses gave me. Then I also asked for like a second cup of Milo. Then after that, I proceeded to like Victoria's Secret to buy a bunch of like panties. And then I still went to Flash Coffee to get like coffee, and then I bought sushi for lunch. Crazy! Yeah, but I did that all together, and then like my mom was like damn shocked. What's the recovery procedure? What's the recovery process like? Bruising etc. I can attach some photos here, but anyways, it had a bit of like bruises here, because like with the sewing part, right, like each part it had like this sewing point, so my eyelid had like bruises all over, and then it was swollen like what I said. But with the medication that the nurses gave, or the doctor like prescribed, right, like the swelling subsided within maybe like the 2nd week, and then the bruises went off like within like 4 days. And on the 3rd day, I could already like put on like concealer, which is not very recommended, but like I did it anyways because I needed to film a TikTok video and some Instagram photos. But yeah, I still put like concealer and then I put eyeliner because the fold was very thick. Yeah, and it looked very natural. So I highly recommend you guys to go for this. And this is also a lower risk because if you sew your eyelids and you don't like it, right, you still can go back to doctors and adjust it. But if you cut your eyelids, and then it's gonna take you maybe like 5 years or 3 years to let the crease subside and then go for an adjustment. So I feel that, like, you know, low risk is always the way to go. Are there different types of eye surgery? What's the difference between cutting and stitching? So like what I said, cutting, right, like the scar will be there on your eye for maybe like 2 to 6 months. I think 2 months minimum, and it will have like this red line. If you see a lot of post-surgery, right, like cutting eyelids, like this part will be very like raw and red. But then for stitching, right, if you can tell, this is like, I did my procedure in January or February and now it's September. I feel that like it looks very, very natural, but for cutting, I think it's a little bit too unnatural for me. But like I feel that like after this, right, if my crease ever go down, then maybe I'll choose cutting because I already stitched my eyelids twice. First one was at Me Clinic, which I already posted like a few years ago, and this second one is at Allure. Why I didn't go back to JB to do it is because of COVID, firstly, and secondly, I thought like Allure is a place that is really, really reputable, and I've seen a lot of like successful cases there. And yeah, I really wanted to try it out, and Dr. Sam was super duper nice, and he really know what I want, and I just went for like his recommendation, and it was really good. Yeah, I wanted something higher. So as you can see right now with like false eyelashes, eyelash extensions, the crease is still very prominent. For the JB one, right, I used to like rub my eyes a lot, and then after that I removed makeup. Really, I just tucked my eyes a lot previously, and then the crease went down. So like my eyes were actually uneven. Like my left side was more prominent, then my right side, like it went back to my normal original eyelid shape and height, which is a little bit odd. So I decided to go like just readjust it and make it perfect. How long does the surgery take? I think it only took like 1 to 2 hours, really, really quickly. So firstly, it's the first day you go down is for the consultation. Second one, it will be the consultation. Like the doctor will ask you like what kind of crease you want, and then he will recommend you, and then he will use this like metal stick to like just poke here, right? And then he will ask you what height you want, and then it usually depends on like whether you put on makeup or not. If you want something more natural, then he will recommend a lower one. And then I know some other like ladies or like other patients, yeah, they want like higher one because like they always like put on makeup or like have very thick eyelash extensions, or like they like to have like thick eyeliner. So that's when you go for a higher crease. Last question, would you recommend getting double eyelid surgery? I would think that if you don't like a certain part of your body and if you have the ability to make changes, definitely go for it. Like for me, I feel that like it really boosted my confidence level. And I'm not saying that like, you know, I'm not saying that like altering your beauty on your face, right, to cater to like normal beauty standard is very normal. But like I would say that it really comes down to your confidence level, whether like you want to make a change or not. You can always embrace it, but like I feel that if this issue has been like affecting my ego and my self-esteem, then definitely like I would want to change it. Yep, I guess this is all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye bye.